Yes.
Morning, my lord. I'm
Mr.
appealing on
Rabe.
behalf of accused number 1.
Yes.
Morning.
Morning, Mr. Mpe.
Confirm appearance on behalf of accused number 2.
Yes. Mama Mahlangu, can you come forward me? Good morning, ma'am. I want to remind you that you are still under oath to tell the truth. Yes. Mr. Mpe.
Morning, Ms. Mahlangu. Ms. Mahlangu, let me remind you, yesterday when we adjourned, we were on Tuesday at Mahlangu's house, and your evidence was to the effect that you had conversation or discussions or interview with Warrant Officer Mr. We call it.
Yes.
And it is also evidence that you concluded with Mr. Mselani that he will come and obtain the statement from you after the funeral. Yes, and then after speaking to or concluding with Mr. Mselani, what happened on that?
The family came back inside the house, my lord. Wanted to know what was exactly happening with the police.
When you say the family, who are you referring to?
How the family were my 2 aunts.
Yes, and then after they were quiet, what happened?
And then there were some commotion happening. My aunt then called. My aunt called a cousin of mine who is a police officer at Dube.
Now, the commotion you're talking about, what was it about?
The aunts, my lord, were angry as to why they had to call the police for me for something that I know nothing about.
And at that time, where was Mrs. Mahlangu, your mother-in-law, and your sisters-in-law? Where were they at that time?
They were also there, but Mama Sam called me on the side. And she requested that I talk to my auntie since people are now watching all this commotion happening.
But did the police accuse you of doing anything?
No, my lord, they only took... No, my lord, they only took the statement. They were asking me questions.
Yeah, but what prompted your aunties to behave in a manner that we have just explained?
My lord, it's something that has been echoed or been said in the house the whole week.
Yeah, but with regard to the presence of the police, why did they behave in that manner?
go ya ka bone di gola gore ne ba piditse mapodisi gore ntse ba ntse ba bolela ka yone ke yona ntho e mapodisi ba tlotse.
According to them, my lord, what they were accusing me of is the reason why they called police.
When Warrant Officer Msalani came and testified here, you heard him saying that at that stage, he was having an inquest docket.
We don't move around about the police officer and I don't know what you want to get. We don't run up with you. But the lights will not need is what they have to inquest. Yes, I told you.
You never mentioned anything about the murder docket. So that's why I'm asking, why did your aunties behave in a manner that we have just explained?
So for one of our people who police, one of them is police. So
my lord, the commotion is because of how they were treating me, and I think they are the ones, or they called the police for that reason.
And how was your cousin, the police officer based at Dube police station, going to assist in the whole situation?
Cousin, how or in police and they would do it here, and I thought you say, I'm going to it's a happy when my cousin came, my lord, he then explained to them that it's procedure. If something like that happens, police officer need to be called.
Yes, Mdntv.
Thank you. So now, after your cousin came and intervened, what happened?
And now, cousin, how it did the choose up to the he managed to speak to them, my lord, and calm them down, so everything went back to normal.
Now, this commotion, can you describe it to the court?
I was in the bedroom. The aunts were outside at the gate. After Musalani left, the commotion started outside and there were insults being thrown around.
So it
was between Auntie Sina and Auntie Connie.
And then I guess what we Rebecca or anything comes in the
I'm not sure, my lord, if it was Rebecca or who was also responding or having that confrontation with them at the gate. That is when Mama Mahlangu came inside the house to inquire of what was happening outside. I then requested that they call the aunts to come inside the house.
Did they come?
Yes, they did.
So now, after you spoke to your aunt, did anything else happen?
And I'm not confident about anything to happen in the answer. Since we had already left the motor vehicle with the mechanic.
No, I want us to talk about while you're still in the house before you go to the car. Let's finish this aspect.
Before
You spoke to them and then what did they say to you?
right in morning.
ba ntshita ka ra se nna ngwana bona ba le teng mo pele ba itse bona ba ka se nne fela ba lebella ba ntshita ka ra se nna mo. So if they don't but we ever whenever always.
They said they will not just sit there and fold their arms and just watch me being treated like I'm not a human being. They said if there's anything that they are going to do, they will like retaliate.
And then what happened after that? After we said those words?
Ebe ke go tsone ke pela ke tlhakaletse ke mo ke pela go se ke ga ke pela go felletsa nne and then tse di tla di bona go tsa go.
My lord, I then requested that, since I lost a husband, for the sake of the men that I've lost, I requested that we put aside every other thing and then proceed with the arrangements, and then the other issues we'll discuss after.
Did they agree to that?
By the way, yes, they did.
Okay, now we are done with that conversion. And what happened after?
The aunt then said that it's almost a week now, and she has not seen the car, exactly what is happening with the car.
Yes, and what did you say?
I then responded by saying that I already asked Abuchini to go and collect the motor vehicle from the mechanic.
Shimi was referring to that accused number who testified in this court, the police officer from Mdntv.
From what?
Mamitlake.
How the Abuchini, whoever the police and some go, yes, my lord.
Okay, then you told me that you asked Shimi to go and collect the car.
So I
then told her that the car has been collected. It is at this place. Yeah.
So nakadi ba gona ka mo tlhaka nne so ntse go tsa go because it's a very fully fed be ba ka konta ka ba go so the try get that go go ya ka ka kadisi go ka di ma.
And then my aunt said since there's already promotions going on, she suggested that we go and collect the motor vehicle, indicating that after the funeral there's going to be more promotion concerning this motor vehicle. She further said that she would then go and collect the motor vehicle and kept it with Auntie Mahlangu.
When did she collect this vehicle from the kid?
Who like training Golay?
Can I win a delay? I guess you are only like the one that's a letter Sunday or Kamantahana.
My lord, I am not sure if she collected the motor vehicle on a Sunday or on a Monday.
Now, after she suggested that, did you agree to that?
And also, I suggested people are not yes, I did.
And then what happened?
ke kopela a fe makaditla tsa koloi ba tse koloi.
I then called on Lizzie and requested that she give the auntie the car keys so that she can go and collect or take the motor vehicle.
Yes, did your aunt collect, eventually collect the car?
We got the night at either way, and
Either way, I said,
yes.
Okay, the car now is collected.
Sites in the Gulu in Zana.
I guess I hope I'm for that for the remaining day of the
My lord, I can't actually remember what happened for that day, or on that day.
So is that all that happened on that day?
That's what I recall.
Okay, now let's move to Wednesday. What happened on Wednesday?
I will call it Millie and we'll have a what's I think about.
Mahlangu the sense at
On Wednesday, my lord, Mama Mahlangu had to go somewhere. I don't know exactly who she left with, but I remained in the house.
So it's
And on that day, the day was busy. We had mourners coming to come and mourn with us.
Do you know whether at any stage Mrs. Mahlangu went to the mortuary for identification?
it's a
What is it? Is it an aircon or what? Mr. Fires, what are you doing?
Just like a phone.
Yes.
Upon coming back, my lord, she informed me that she's from the mortuary.
On that day, on Wednesday?
Kalamara. Yes.
What else did she tell you?
Who would say that?
If they ask for
She then begins to pick or choose the clothes that will dress accused number one with for the burial.
So ke ge ke thoma ke ntsha diaparo tsa accused number one ke mo kgathela diaparo tsa ebe tsa ka go moloka.
I then started, my lord looked through the clothes too and then picked what he will wear for his burial accused number one.
But did she tell you whether she positively identified the body or not? Did you discuss that?
Yeah, no, when I did the Mahlangu, we did a manipulator for African Molefe, we are corner to support game and candidates. We did a manipulator. Yes, I did ask her a question if she saw accused number one.
And what was the response?
You know that
We got on accused number one
she responded by saying, my lord, that accused number one is badly bent, but she saw the BBT and the ring. His BBT and his ring.
What prompted this discussion about the positive identification of the body?
yena ke ntho le nga etsa go pele fise mo la polelo ya gore yena motho o supile yena ka nnete ka bojang
ke ne re go lebella gore nna ka gore ke palna go ya go musha ke nyaka tlhoja ntse gore mme Mahlangu ka ile lewa yena o kgona go mmala.
But since I could not go to the mortuary for identification, and since Mahlangu is the mother, it's a half an hour.
So go on and we get as in the
and since she's my mom, you know, and I needed a surety from her.
Yes.
Now, from the periods that were at the RPP house, on the 2nd, the 8 hours of the 2nd of January, and up until the funeral, did you get any opportunity to identify the body?
House no, I did not have that opportunity.
Now, after Mrs. Mahlangu came back and we discussed that, she confirmed positive identification of the body. What else did you discuss?
Mahlangu and Mahlangu started to be out there and meet Kiela, his number one,
Kalau misalnya kita ya pada saya kisah number one, kita teman dari program yang dia seperti.
Since we were supposed to choose those that accused number one to wear for the funeral, we also had to do the funeral program for which was going to take place on Saturday.
Now, who handled the registration of death and obtaining of the death certificate?
Yanun kima kono na ujeng aba ibe na o sebetsa ka o register a tshole hape di certificate.
Mothatladitseng BII 1663 ke Ntate Mahlangu go Sharif.
The person who completed the BI 1663 is Mr. Mahlangu at the Musha.
So ka la bonitse re ya go mafesile ya certificate ba tlhekile Ntate Mahlangu.
So on Thursday, when we went to Home Affairs to go and collect the death certificate, they requested for Mr. Mahlangu.
Okay, wait.
So you were present.
No, they didn't. Yes, ma'am.
So on this occasion, they allowed you to go outside because from your evidence, it's my understanding that in terms of the Ndebele culture, you're not supposed to move out of the house.
I only was able to go out of the yard, my lord's interest rate.
So, when Mr. Mahlangu went to the mutual to complete that BI ordinances form, were you present when you completed that form in the mutual?
Kama kweli Ntate Mahlangu atasa yana fomu kubaya la PI 1163. Inolete
Next thing, information
No, I was not present, but upon them coming back, I saw his information on it.
My colleagues are talking to me.
Pardon?
No, I thought my colleagues were talking to me.
Who's talking to you?
The two colleagues.
Mr. Abel, what's happening?
I thought they wanted to suggest again. Let's move.
What's happening?
Nothing, my lord.
Yeah, but why are you distracting counsel?
I'm not even looking at him, my lord. I'm looking at Mr. Shabalala. I don't know why he's thinking of me.
And then on Thursday, it is your evidence that you went to the mission. Who did you go with to the mission?
And then
On Thursday, my lord, we went to Royal Funeral Parlor, the funeral parlor that we used to make contributions to. And then I left with Auntie Mathoma Nolove, actually 3 in her car, and we also went with Rebecca.
Except little bit and a lady man.
I cannot recall who came home from Rebecca.
And where was the deceased at this stage?
I get much more than more sorry government. I get so Gala. Sorry, Gala Bolu Nalikai. That's royal. No, I did not see him. I was informed, but they informed me that they removed him.
Now, Mrs. Mahlangu testified here, and the evidence is to the effect that someone, in fact she said, at some point, you attempted to register the death of the deceased as natural death.
Mama Sam, we lay a farm back in court again. I didn't know what is about. When I'm moving more about Osama, we registered Fula Jega Fula Town.
However, the certificate might not based on gun code BI 1663.
That is not correct, my lord, because when one makes a death certificate, they do it according to how the BI 1663 is or comes from the mortuary.
So, the certificate how natural cause or unnatural. It's idea.
So they don't ask if you would want the death certificate to come as a natural cause or not.
But you know of any attempt by anyone, like you said, it's not you, anyone trying to register that death as natural?
Well, I'm not making so you or I'm not living as or I registered a or I registered a natural death. No, I don't have any knowledge of that.
Now, at Royal Funerals, what was the purpose of visiting that mutual?
I didn't get that.
What was the purpose of visiting?
So, anything about Alawena, we are walking over there.
There is the program early today in so never said so from the program and then you want to make the funny
The reason why I was there also, my lord, is that we were taking the program that was already prepared on Wednesday evening, and also to let them know how we want the funeral to be conducted. When I was available to do, the arrangements of funeral.
ke tumile ba mo ating yete arrangement after ke letse Mahlangu after every end of
I was then, my lord, included to be part of the arrangements after the commotion and after I spoke to the Mahlangu.
Okay, now you're still at the mortuary. You still at the funerals, you took the programs. You mentioned something about the death certificate. Can we start there?
Omulo seli mule mo royali and the bataba royali you of what bataba death certificate. Obuzo de pedi from mo.
so for I made the relation upon the certificate.
When we were at Royal, my lord, they said the documents that we have are not complete. The death certificate is missing.
Even already pulled up the certificate.
They then said we should go and do the death certificate.
So I sent that the certificate. Made the public since if you didn't have kind of a complete electricity. So how will it be I-662? So it's very well, within 48 hours we are the certificate, so then it's the number 8. So that's something where you go, common police and buy that the hard to study why the number of the certificate.
Ballot, and then they also indicated that the document that we had already expired because if one has done the DI 663, it has 48 hours. They have 48 hours to do the death certificate. So they suggested that we go back to the police and then we do a new one. They should put a stamp and the reason why it exceeded the time.
Wait, are you still at the mortuary or elsewhere?
Can I go in somebody's motion? Yes, you are still at the motion.
Now, after the mortuary, you told you that and that you need to go back to the police. What did you do?
About the double I cancel you with my police and realize
I guess I'm going to give anything for the Marina, there's something more for you, but they are to my
I don't recall my lord exactly who went to Red Hat, but we were waiting at the parking lot, the royal parking lot.
It's a one, give a face.
Upon them coming back, we then proceeded to Home Affairs.
So, how do you have the certificate? So, what's the
when we got to NAFCO, that's when we did the certificate, but inside only myself and Auntie went inside.
So it's like about 5 pages of information that I didn't know
when upon giving them those documents, they told me that my information does not appear on that BI 1166 form. They want somebody who completed that document. That's what I told Rebecca about the development, and then Rebecca called Mahlangu to come to the Home Affairs.
So did Mr. Mahlangu come to the Home Affairs then?
So Mahlangu officially the Home Affairs? Yes, he did.
Now, Mrs. Mahlangu, in her testimony, also raised the issue that you did not contribute anything towards the funeral. Do you recall it?
Usama ngokubola kana kule Mahlangu ababaki bahayi mo continue. Kuya bela kuthi wena mo finally wena hawa Kenya nto hawa chusa. Yes, I do recall.
What's your comment on that issue?
We're not in Kasai.
Is it not like a to contribute? If you can get more about
when we're discussing or talking about the contributions, I told her that I can only be able to contribute if we can claim, because I have claims that I have.
After you told her that, and then what happened?
There was a point that there was no money to pay for the buses, though Mahlangu and his daughters have covered all the expenses for the funeral.
Okay, but I wanted us to deal with the aspect of the claim, because now you told her that you can only be able to contribute if you can submit the claims to the insurance. That's what you said.
Yes, that's what I said.
Yes, after you said that, what did she say about these claims?
And how did
she say anything?
We had those talks, my lord, on Wednesday. She then said, I'll be able to do the claims on Thursday. I'll be able to do the claims on Thursday.
And did you then submit the claims?
So then again I claims it. Yes, my lord. From Home Affairs, we proceeded to the Mapopane branch to put in the claims.
Now, when one registers a claim or apply for a death certificate, an ID of the deceased were very quiet. Is that information correct?
Yes, that's correct.
At that time, when you went to the mortuary and to Old Mortuary, were you in possession of the ID of the deceased?
We are all mortuary, we go Home Affairs.
At that time, of accused number one. At that time, yeah. Because right now when we say this is true. My apologies.
Kama kwele we are go mortuary, go Home Affairs, we have an ID of his number one. Go mortuary, go Home Affairs. Yes, we had all the documents. The ID. Yes, ma'am.
Where did you get this ID?
Then ID which was again. When we left HH, my lord, I told Lizzie that inside the car there's a file that contained our documents.
And then the idea so we could say ID certificate.
And his ID was also inside that document. I requested that they remove the ID and the marriage certificate from the file. The documents there important jana
so more the given is what you guys can if you have a document file it.
My lord, we were in the process of moving to Mahlangu. So where I kept them, I knew that they will not be mixed in everything that we are moving. If there's any important document that I need, I will know where to get it. Maraka November, since the move is about Mahlangu. Yes, that's all. But I want to January.
Such important documents are left in the vehicle. You must bear in mind that vehicle was also left in the beginning for the first.
So the assets started and recently
But when we moved to Mahlangu, we moved to a room. So our assets were not moved already. We only moved our clothes to that place.
So that's why I didn't become holy.
And that is the reason why the file was in the car.
Thank you very much. Now, on which date did you submit the claims and on which date were the payouts made?
Then we have the out of the maybe dating FA, more like Kenya claiming and the people dating. We submitted the claim on Thursday.
So maybe an initial cost.
But since the reason for that was an unnatural cause,
so since it's the experimental form, I was in case
I had to take an accidental form to the investigating officer of the case to complete.
So we have here for
Then went to Red Hat and met with Dade Muselane to complete the form.
What do you call that form?
That would be some phobia.
accidental form for your claim.
Accidental form by lot for the claim.
Okay, we went to Mr. Muselane, and then did he assist you?
Yes, he did complete the form.
He accepted that one.
Then we went back to Mdntv to submit the form that was missing, that was not there.
Now, after submitting, when did you receive the payouts?
But also we can say for one of the compatibility.
But it's a funeral cover. Friday.
The funeral cover might not paid on a Friday, though I don't call the time of the payment. Yes, before the funeral, but not.
So, then my teacher, they had to say, can I give them also ordinary land for approach area.
After the money was received, I then called particular lady who was doing our wedding decoration to come and do preparations for the Saturday funeral.
Yes. Did that lady come?
Number one.
Yes, she did assist, my lord. She requested that I send her one of accused number one's picture, which she's going to do a photo frame, which is going to be placed next to the casket.
Did you pay this lady?
I can't hear you, sir.
Did you pay that lady?
Yes, I did.
How much?
Okay.
Nearly 3.5 with the choir,
We paid 3.5 for the decor and the speakers that she was bringing with.
Any other contributions?
I'm feeling a happy contribution to it.
any other contribution?
No, no other contribution.
Now you were saying something about money for classes. That's when I stopped you. You can take it from there.
There was a reduction at the end as the more legal is again. But now, it's all up.
Chelete kasi ikiwepo kinasaba cosmetics and cleaning. So nareksabanya 2,000 yapis transportables. So kikain sa kara ko.
They needed about 2,000 rand for the buses, but at that time I had not cashed in the claim. So Rakadi Matu is the one that paid for the buses. You know what was up in the for funeral? Yes, on Friday, man. But bahay no, bukan futsal bukan bahay. Sama kanya ni zaman ni sawa kaya cile. Kau sa funeral. Yes, I did hear that evidence. And then, pag bahaw buong mana sila katabay au bunzel to ako hindi wa patala wa pwede kasi kung pag iwa sa abe yung matangkan na kulali mo po sumura po pwede po sa kasi baba abli yung organ to ito mo kasi hindi ako kasi yes, she never mentioned it. Kaya kana ko lemba makama limona he azange abelo ko wena o ndi wa thusa ka teko ndi wa thusa hape ka dibase like azange limbuze ukuthi mara Mahlangu Mahlangu omunyane ile wachusa mpaka kadeko ile wachusa happy like
Let me try to simplify it for you. When you are canceling Mr. David, was cross-examining. This is matter. This is my share. About the day when it was never put in this matter. It was never questioned.
kana kole lawyer hawa ke ibutsa dipotso ibutsa Mahlangu dipotso ka tsa sia ke lawyer hawa aya tsho kwena Mahlangu mara ka tsa sia ka tsela wena inde wona Mahlangu nya inde wa patala de kwa patala ka dibisi azange bambutse nje hore yinzi de wa thushi ka kunya
Nikisa motsa counselor.
I did not tell my counselor about that.
Mrs. Now you paid this bill for Deco on Friday. So then what happened on Friday?
Ya no me gala ka frita ka ke yo patala ki ko go tsala ka pe ka frita ka ni
Kami namin sa kulikis na pagkukulela accused number 1.
on Friday. My lord, it was busy, we were preparing for accused number 1's funeral.
So it's
It was just busy, people were coming in, some were going out,
When was the body brought to the house?
and we were spending all of Saturday morning.
On that day, on Saturday morning, after the body was brought, did you get any opportunity to identify the body?
Yano hega lwana tsatsi ka se tsa kana go le hetse ba tlisa imelo ile wa kenya ile wa thola monyetla wa hore he o identify imelo
They got a whole one accused number 1. Madam, for a candidate about Mahlangu, so I was born, none of us Kaya and coffee is good because if you're gas upon another child
My lord, I had the desire to go and see the body of accused number 1, but I was informed that the Mahlangu family had performed a ritual on the body. So if myself and the children go and look, we might have some challenges or there might be some problems.
Who told you that?
Imam Mdntv,
Can I see?
Auntie Sina.
Now, normally when the body is brought in, someone will, from the family will be asked to confirm if indeed they brought the right body or the right corpse. On that day, who identified the corpse?
Kasi lo metsa la nna go ngata he le ha o tsiwa ke mo family o na le motho yo go fetwang mo le mo family wa go bona a tsamaya a lo she a shola di kena go na mo wa bona ke na mo tshwana ke ba mo le ga fetwa mo wa tsamaya tsa se
I tried to look at this lady open casket. Maybe 10 to 15 minutes before my family so we lay the box behind, we lay Mama Shangu.
My lord, on that particular day, it was an open casket. So they had about 15 minutes to go and look at the course, and I remember it was Mahlangu and their sister, the accused one sisters, and I'm not sure who else went to view the body.
And all those people who viewed the body, none of them raised any issue or suspicion that they might be burying the wrong person.
No one has any suspicion.
Now the body is brought and you are proceeding with the funeral services. What happened during that time?
It's a program so it's that take one program. Yeah, it's we don't put it in a program or somewhere.
My Lord, when I saw the program, the funeral program, I then realized that they removed me from the program.
So they give people their cousin and uncle.
I then requested a cousin of mine by the name Aju to bring me a pen. I then corrected the program according to how it was made initially on Wednesday.
Do you know? Okay, you wanted to say something?
So mo programming ni kense nalabang for nalemon nalabang ng problem. So naban system natin kasi di ba na program.
My Lord, on the program initially, it was written or we wrote that myself and the kids would have something to say, but they only removed me and left the children on the program.
So kalau ni kasi kanan ko ang pamilya ng kifali. Kaya Frida Hamshu kirle voice note.
My Lord, since I was not in a good space, I could not spend with my own. On a Friday night, I had made a voice note that they are going to play on the day of the program.
And then if you keep on
I then told my children to write letters or whatever they would want to write, and I asked the program director to read those letters.
So program and this program 18 months in Kabiso, not any
The program director now used the program that I corrected, not the one that was initially given to me.
Do you know who removed your name from the program?
I told him I'm going to send you to the program. I don't know who removed my name, my Lord, because we left the program at the Royal. The Royal are the ones who printed out the program.
Did you discuss this with anyone?
My Lord, I did not discuss with anyone since I was paid.
How did you feel about the whole thing, removing you from the program after you agreed with the family?
was number 10 or actual financial so.
My Lord, I was pained because I lost a husband, and the people who are supposed to support me are not supporting, so I was in pain.
Yeah, Mr. Mpila, why are we only hearing this evidence now? The people who were there at the funeral, who were supposed to have answered to this, why was it not put to them?
Well, okay, she said some of the things she did not discuss with me.
No, but you had instruction from your client. That's why you are leading this evidence now. Why was it not put to the witnesses?
Well, this is the evidence, this is the discussion that came out when we were now preparing her to take the stand.
Yeah, but you had that docket, you had disclosure a long time before.
Yes, but
You consulted with your client.
That is not
And you indicated that we are ready to start with trial.
Yes, but that information is not in the docket. It's not.
Yeah, but what must I do with this evidence? What is the evidential value of this evidence? I know I have to determine it at the end of the case.
My Lord, we're going to the issue of visa. What led to her breaking down?
No, forget about visa. I'm talking about this evidence that is being presented now.
It is part of what led to her breakdown.
No, I mean, what is the evidential value of it to be disclosed at this stage of the proceedings? Whereas people who were involved in the funeral arrangement, Ms. Mahlangu, Rebecca, and all other people, this version was never put to them. But it in any event, proceed.
Thank you. Now we are at the funeral. What happened after that?
And also, the funeral in Mahlangu. We waited quite some time, my Lord, waiting for the buses.
And
I think the buses came around 10. Then proceeded to the graveyard at Soshanguve crossing. Then the funeral went on in Lerato. Then went back to the Mahlangus.
Okay, now it's after the funeral. You are at the Mahlangus. What happened after you came back?
Upon coming back, my aunt requested to have a meeting with the Mahlangus. Then they went inside the erected tent that was inside the yard. They then requested that they go with me, since there are some rituals that they need to do if their child has lost somebody. They said when they are done with the rituals, they will bring me back.
Yes. And who was in that meeting?
I'm not quite sure who was in the meeting since I was inside the house, but Mr. Mahlangu was there, the Mahlangu also there, my aunts and some elders from the Mahlangu side were also there.
Okay, now after the meeting, because you're not part of the meeting, did you get any feedback from your aunts?
Then we have a meeting here. What how we available? What's our anxiety meeting? When I was inside the house, my lord, I could hear some noise, like arguments.
So
that's when my aunt came inside the house and instructed that I take my bags and leave.
Wait, which aunt came and checked the documents?
Auntie Sina.
Then you asked to speak to Mrs. Mahlangu, your mother-in-law.
Mahlangu came in, my lord, and said, Nana, please don't go.
And where was your aunt at that time?
My aunt was in the bedroom packing my stuff.
Okay, and then what happened? You spoke to Mrs. Mahlangu, she asked you to stay. Your aunt is busy packing. And then what happened?
I then asked Mama Mahlangu, what is going on? What is happening? She then told me that the family does not want me to leave. However, my own people wants to take me without all of them agreeing to that.
Okay, now, after she told you that,
I then told her, my lord, that I will live with my aunts because of the treatment that I've been exposed to the whole week, and I don't feel safe.
yes, and then you decided to leave.
My aunt had already took the bags and put them inside the car. We went inside the tent. And my aunt told them that they are living with me.
Where was your mother at this stage?
And Mama, how we are now? How did I get up?
My mother passed away in 2021.
Okay, now she told them in the tent that she's living with you.
You know what someone did name of Zamalwe?
If Kate Mahlangu are, if Bazamaya,
that is when Mr. Mahlangu told them that if they insist on going with me, they should leave the bride price no more. Because from then I'm no longer their child.
Now, after she said this, what happened? Did you
But
know
she said that the Mahlangu they started arguing again. Then my aunt said, let's go.
So get the young man,
Then took the child and left the child.
after you left, where did you go?
Now it's on my like we went to my auntie's place at Block W. It was myself, all my aunties.
Yes. And then you went to your aunties. Did you stay with your aunties after that?
Meeting. We got there and had a family meeting. And then they were asking that if I leave there, who am I going to stay with until I go back to work?
Yes.
I then told them that I'll go with the Rakadi Mato.
Okay, then you said you were leaving, you were staying with Auntie Martha. Then did you go and stay with her?
Yes, but when we got to Auntie Martha's place and checked for my phone was not there.
So
Then my aunt called the other aunts to find out if I did not leave my phone with them or there.
So
We could not exactly ascertain what happened to my phone.
So phone and
I had to buy a new phone.
Now you bought a new phone. What happened with the number that you were using?
Phone in but I removed the SIM card that was inside the router and I used that's the SIM card that I used.
And then didn't you think about doing SIM swap maybe so that when people call you, they can get hold of you?
And nahana hore o tshwere o etsa ba etsang sim swap o etsang sim card e nngwe e ntjha e tlo kgona ho fella nako le sebedisa
ke phela mo ba sim swap na ka sim card sa le register next up on the sim swap.
I tried, my God, but since my SIM card was not registered, I could not do another SIM swap.
Yes.
Mr. Mpona is here to assist me. I need to attend the program in-house program, so he's there to take over.
Yes. Mr. Mukong.
My lord,
Yes.
can we please have a 10 minutes adjournment? My client, accused number 1 was to relieve himself to go to the left.
Yes, ma'am, we are going to take a short adjournment. 10 minutes. Now 12 o'clock, 10 past 12. We'll reconvene. And you remain under oath. Yes. We are going to take a 10 minutes adjournment. We'll be back at 10 past 12.
10 past 12.
Let the oath to tell the truth.
Proceeding under oath, my lord.
Yes.
Thank you, my lord.
Yes, Mr. Mphahle.
Ma'am, now you are at your aunt. Anyway, when I know the more like how long did you stay there? How playing and did you see only stayed there for 1 week? Now, after 1 week, where did you go? That's when we returned to Mahlangu, myself and the children. Now, let's clarify one thing before moving forward. I can't tell you when you left the Mahlangu house, did you live with one child or a children? I did live with my own child alone. Now you're going to contract. You're saying I went to contract with the children. I did request Yatlehile from the grandparents. So now,
Who's your mother-in-law?
From the high side.
No, that's the grandmother to Katlehile from the maternal side.
Yeah, let me understand. Katlehile is the child who was brought by accused one into the marriage.
Yes, Katlehile is the child of accused number 1.
So the grandmother will be accused mother.
That will be the mother who bore Katlehile's mother. So,
are you saying the mother of Katlehile, the child of the deceased, 2K? No, the mother of Katlehile.
Yes, during that time, Katlehile was at her maternal side.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Now I understand. Now you returned to Mahlangu with the children.
Sifahe wabuya ko Mahlangu libana.
Let's take it from here.
Kari chome kana mowe leto la ya Mahlangu libana.
So I can take a side ko eo.
Oh, my Lord, I was not in a comfort zone during that period.
She uses the word depressed.
Yes, indeed, I was depressed after.
So
We left on a Friday. And I did arrive initially at my place of work.
So
That's when I explained to my colleagues that I do need where I could stay with the children.
So no tenders.
No tenders to whom we work together. That's when she the say her sister has had a boys' room in her yard.
So
Simply because they were understanding my circumstances. That's when my supervisor said, I can then travel along with her, or she can travel along with me, which means she can knock off during that very same time.
The manager, Mr. Mkua.
The manager, my lord. Then she took me and showed me where her sister reside.
So
that's when we took out our clothing from there. Because we only took clothing along with us only.
What mode of transport did you use to go to
using taxi? Because I was not in a state whereby I can manage to drive.
Okay, great.
Is it fine, man?
Where was your vehicle at that time?
It was by my aunt, but before I left, I took it and dropped it by the mechanic and said that before I leave, I will come and pick it up from there. I left it first with the mechanic, and then to say, should they finish fixing it, they will inform me. Then as soon as they finish fixing it, they will inform me and I will have to go and fetch it there from them.
Okay. Did you eventually fetch the vehicle?
Yes, I did.
And then now you're Mahlangu. At that time, you are living at Nomtanda's sister's place with the 3 children.
Yes.
Then when did you go back to work? Or did you go back to work? at some point?
Oh, we have a on a Monday, I went to work.
And then you continued working there until continue
Working.
at Omklana or till when? Remember you said in your evidence that there was a 3 months probation. What do you call that?
We live about 3 months of probation. We have I worked until April.
Yes.
So as I returned back to work, my Lord, I was not in a manner that which I can perform my duty. My situation was, I was a person who kept on crying whilst I was on duty.
Okay.
And I couldn't even eat. Even at night, I couldn't sleep.
Yes.
So they give some more. They give some more. They want to be like
I did reach a stage where I felt like there's no reason for me to live anymore. Because it was painful.
What made you to feel that way?
Oh, but I mean, accused number one.
Because accused number one was dead.
And then,
and he died when myself and him were not in good understanding terms.
So
that makes it worse for me to suffer the pain.
So
you remember, my Lord, during the period whereby I was still working at Kwamhlanga,
so
he frequently visited me, bringing me some things.
So spaces are high.
Then I could feel that space which was being closed by him.
Yeah, now you are in that stage. What did you do about that?
When I have only more my emotions out, I know I hear him crying out. Nomthandazo's sister then said to me, she said, you cannot keep on living the same way you are living. Because the next thing you may kill yourself with the children.
So
that's when I then consulted Dr. Litole, who is the doctor at Vista.
When was this?
Evening, I don't know, maybe during the middle of January month.
So you consulted Dr. Lerato.
Before consulting Dr. Lerato. Yes, via WhatsApp.
You mentioned that Dr. Lerato is your doctor.
Well, now, okay.
Elaborate on that.
But enough for me. Dr. Lerato, Dr. Yahahu, you're now one kind of vista. You can close up. Yes, I was admitted at Vista during December. So he was the one who was rendering treatment to me.
In December, why were you admitted in December? Is it December 2020? Which December?
December
2021.
December 2021.
What was the reason for you to be admitted?
Making a late depression.
I was admitted due to depression.
Now, do you recall when were you admitted in December and when you were discharged?
Usafana ukola na kore. Ikaba ka date ifini modile mo wena bile wa admitiwa. Okay, wa date ifini about this time.
Some political keeping at Fema, and I'm maybe I would be taking like a shop.
Even though I'm no longer sure, I can't probably recall the date, but I will think at around the 18th or 14th of the same December month. Yeah, like I don't know what you are admitting. Yeah, what is that? I was discharged on the 24th.
You said you were depressed.
What
caused this depression? Depression or people look for what?
Depression everyone but again.
Certain
things which were happening or which frequently happens in my life. I suffered 3 miscarriages,
and then
which ended me up at this ICU. I was then diagnosed to lupus.
Then I lost my mom.
I lost my mom.
Then there was break-in.
There was break-in.
So, often had on a day. It's on a local day. In the space of the side.
All those things together brought me to a situation whereby it was causing discomfort in me.
Alright, now you are admitted and discharged. Now your communicating is genuine, you're communicating with Dr. Lerato.
Admitted for discharge, you can take an hour. If I had another A, but it will tomorrow, let's say,
Did you get any assistance from this doctor?
You know, Dr. Lerato, too sure now.
So I can show you reception high or get
during the communication or conversation via WhatsApp, I'm not sure if the one was responding, it was the doctor or the receptionist there, but we were using the same number which we use upon communication.
So which one are also available?
Then the response was that there is no bed which is or which was available during that time.
Now, you were told that there was no bed for you.
If I had, I would say, I'm
And then okay, space is the thing. But
and then as soon as there will be space available, I will be notified for me to come.
What is it going to notify you in this space? Did they ever contacted you and informed you whether there was space?
Can't be sure. Or how the space was also reached. I never felt like I want to be now. I was about the space. Yes, they did notify me that the space is available. Unfortunately, I can't recall on which day it was.
Because ever since January,
Because ever since from the 1st of January, my mind was not like I was forgetting things.
Now they informed you that there's space available. What did you do in that information?
Now, yes, space is on. When I would think Nomthandazo's sister, along with her husband, they took me to vista. I went there along with the children.
So,
which means they accompanied me there. That's when I arrived and they conducted their paperwork regarding admission. Yes.
So,
before I left, I communicated with my family at home, notifying them that I will be going to the hospital, leaving children with people I don't know. And I was requesting that either one should come and remain looking after the children until I come back.
So did you get someone to look after the children?
They said they were unable.
Now that you are with the children and you have been admitted to hospital, then what happened to the children?
If I were now, they go hospital, who had been to hospital, and somebody will live at that. I don't know what else to do. That's when I informed them that you will have to remain with us to being the sister to Nomthandazo. You will have to remain with her at the house. I also made a request to Nomthandazo's sister to say, may you please look after my children.
And now, did you eventually get admitted?
I felt it at her I'm going to spend her body. Yes, I was admitted.
For how long were you admitted?
Until I was like a sister.
I can't recall as to how long I did stay in my admission there.
When was this admission?
Oh, it was in February. The date was I can't recall exactly what date was I admitted in. It's February 2022. In February 2022. Yes, it was February 2022. You recall the date of discharge? If I was upon our popular date here, what is it? No, I can't recall the date.
But was it early January or late January or in the middle of February? If you are recollection.
We are not no one is it now. You can't buy the baking have to talk about two more at the one, the baking, my sort of one, baking, my ring, February, Capavec, the album, my fellow after the one. I don't was upon during the 14th of February, I have been already admitted there. So it was during the early days of February.
What's important about the 14th?
Yeah, the 14th, some progress, I'll be sure you have one on the 14th day of February, that's when my mother passed away. 2022. 2021.
Oh, okay, about 14th January. I mean, February 2022.
Let me put it up, 14 February 2022.
Because the lady always taking a because that's the only so if you look at the hospital.
14 February, each time I recall, because that's when my mother passed away, and then that's how I bring my memory to say I was in hospital during that period. And you say you don't recall the date on which you were discharged? Oh, no, I was up on Pole later, now discharged while I have no, I can't recall. There's a witness named Mr. Temba Chani or Chani. All I live at Temba Chale or Chale Temba. Sorry, that you recall that witness? But you also yes, I recall the witness. How do you know him?
Shandiki wanted to call how mom for the
Shiny is the person to whom, by my aunt, being an elder sister to mom, they did took him from the Stott school, from the reformatory school. Well, simply because he has turned above 18 years old.
So
that's when they took him to come and stay with them at the W section in Soshanguve.
So can I look on the rain?
That's when I started to know him. That's when he started joining to be part of my family. When did this happen? When did they take him from the elementary school? I can't probably recall exactly when was it. A year,
Mme se le ngwaga tse pedi kwa re neela matric ka ngwaga o. Ne le ngwaga wa bobedi tseo.
It was during the second year by then. When I was saying, how we really know how to do it.
Ka 2021.
During 2021,
Shange neela matric.
Shandy was doing matric.
So ba mo tsere ga ira grade 11.
So they have taken him from the reformatory school when he was studying grade 11.
So we can assume that he was doing grade 11 in 2020.
Or we were either grade 11 come our 2020.
Eh.
Yes.
Now, how was the relationship between you and she?
Yala
Nna ke nna le utlwana because ka nako e nngwe if na sena dilo tsa go tlhapa nna tlhole a nkopela towards ga ka one ke gola ka 25.
myself and the same person, we were in good understanding because at some stages when he doesn't, or when the child doesn't have things to use, when nothing, the person will ask me, and since I get paid around the 25th, I will assist.
Nna tlhole a mpotsa gore since ke kopela kgwedi e o nkentshe mo budgeteng.
And it's a bit developed, if I can establish if a boy or a girl, that person. And at some stages, he will say, sister, may I please request that you put me on your budget during this month?
And then le ge accused number 1 ana le diaparo tse dingwe gore ga sa di berekise gore gore ke le diaparo tse extra na kgona gore ke imisetse tsotlhe.
Even at some stages when accused number 1 would have bought some clothes and those others which he was not in use of, then we will take those clothes to him.
So you're getting along very well.
So we watch on the picture.
Yeah,
Yes, there was no problem.
Now, like you're saying, we'll ask you to put in the budget for donations or whatever that is.
It's a story of that. I don't know what I for Lynn, we can say budget now and how to change Ghana. Yes.
Now, when you ask him for such assistance, did you offer that? Did you give him that assistance?
Yeah, the car heads. I have to show you what I'm going to do. You may not for now. Things are more than ill and more. Yes, I could assist where possible.
If you can recall, how many times did you assist in financially?
Hello, for now. For a we know what unfortunately, I'm not sure as to how many times, since it was on several occasions.
Now, in February 2022,
February 2022,
and that will be before the 14th.
February 14.
Did you ever go to your aunt's place?
We never went up to Soshanguve, cook like no, I didn't go to Soshanguve.
In February 2022.
February 2022.
Did you ever meet with Chande?
No, I didn't meet with Shane.
And during February 2022, did you ever discuss any business with Shani?
February 2022. We left Tara, the sun, shadow, marrying a happily Shani.
I wasn't kind of
No, it didn't discuss anything.
Sunday came before this court and he testified that in February 2022 he was at your aunt's place at Dr. TV.
February 2022, we let Avako playing your auntie Wahaho, which that was the place.
Dr.
For block W. I heard him testifying like that.
And while he was there, you arrived. You found him. She arrived.
I never answered anything for block W or auntie when I was in Shamu. I heard him testifying like that.
And at that time, he was busy with a business proposal.
I kind of a business plan. Kind of a answer busy planning our way. I heard his testimony. Yes.
And you asked him about that. So you started discussing business with him.
I didn't discuss anything with Shandi. I was not even there at Soshanguve.
And after you left, on the 14th, no, on the 13th of February, you phoned him.
Hasa looked at my little auntie. 13th February, when I had
and you invited him to come to school. You recall that evidence?
Yes, I recall that evidence.
Do you have any comment on such evidence?
There's no truth in that testimony.
And during your discussion, you also offered to send in 1,000 rand for transport.
Medication in Tunaki, offer 1,000 rand, 1,000 rand, transport.
You heard that evidence?
Yes, I did hear that evidence.
Do you have any comment?
Regarding the money which I did send over to him, it was money which I was sending to him for toilet use. Because I sent over money to him and also to my aunt, being the an elder to my mother, to whom I sent 1.2.
When did you send him this money? And when did you send the money to your aunt?
I told him. Yena Shanti, umurumeti chelete eo ya hae kai I don't know what it. I sent money to Shanti first. On the 14th, that's when I sent over money to Shani.
And then, or can phone
for me to send him first, he's the one who contacted me, requesting me to send him money for toiletry use. And then he further said to me, my aunt and elder sister to my mom is struggling with grocery and money for energy, electrical lights.
Okay, but tell me, when did he contact you and ask about this money?
When I phone how I am no longer sure as to whether it was during the very same day I sent him money or it was before I sent him money.
Because therapy treatment in the office daily is
this is simply because the treatment which I was receiving at Vista, it was
ECT, which sugar the brain cells.
It was, I'm not sure if it was ECT, since they were shocking the brain cells.
Because of depression and
due to depression which I was suffering during that stage.
So
So I would attend 2 sessions during the week or during the week.
So treatment like memory work over for the rest of that day,
so when I would be attending to that treatment, it would make me to sleep throughout the day due to medication which they were giving me, and also the therapy which I was attending to.
So I can show information in
so that makes me not being sure as to when did I communicated that with him.
Now, sorry. If you say he phoned you and requested this 1,000,
when it's a phone, I'll hope 1,000 rand. Yes, he contacted me and requested for money.
Which number did he phone?
Who phone it? Who number phone? A thing, the number of Jamal. I can't recall as to which number I was in use during that period.
I remember you lost your phone on the first.
Yes.
And then you use your
SIM card router. Yes, I was using the router numbers.
So that number was known to China.
Oh,
I had 2 numbers.
yes, it was known to China. I had 2 numbers.
Yes, which number did you phone?
I'll phone number if it. I'm not exactly sure as to which number did he use.
You know, you have 2 numbers that you use.
Where it's about the other number when we second. Yes.
Which is one? Which sweet number? Because we lost the other number that you know.
We are like a really number I think how one when he actually. The number I think is.
065.
So I would think that the one he had used is the one who started with 065,
Which is for the
yes.
Let me just explain this issue of the numbers. You lost the phone.
When now, community phone, yes.
Now you are using the SIM card for the router.
No more it's a SIM card. Yes.
And that is before you went to Comclan.
That's true.
Now you say you had 2 numbers. When you say you had 2 numbers, which numbers are you referring to now?
When I say you know what I'm saying,
For me, Nikki, but it's a
the phone which I was using was capable of using 2 or that would be a dual SIM card phone.
Yes, I hear you, but I'm talking about the numbers.
Number ke kwa tla phone ya le tsasi ka tepedi ma ke botsa gore nomoro tse tepedi tse ile go di ka ga phone na ke o tse di fi.
Ke number ya
Router number
and then the SIM card says clearly from the phone.
and the SIM card which came with the phone after the purchase.
What number?
Biana ge number ya yona eo ya go itlele phone. E thoma ka ba e thoma ka ife.
My lord, I get it cut from.
My lord, unfortunately, I don't know them by head, those numbers.
I'm better than you.
Yeah, the whole I will not make it already and of it.
Numbers that I use.
You're not
Wait me anytime, I'll tell you.
Yeah, but in the next year, carry me, carry to me. How can Soshanguve? How can nobody have a which I want to? If you tell me, if you tell you how to take me, Captain counting and with our night.
My lord, think of once keep it sticky in number and oversee.
My lord, if I can show the tablet which I consume for treatment, you can then realize that if you are under such circumstances, you can't even recall those numbers.
Yes. That's let the right man does it false or what? Let me work throughout lunch.
That's what you see is that we proceed.
But I didn't inform all the players that way.
I'm comfortable with that, my lord.
You are just arriving.
Yes, of course. So,
That is correct. Where's Mr. Fires? Can we work? Yes, ma'am. I will. Yes, that's right.
Thank you. Now, you say you get 2 numbers.
when I have yes.
Now, you say Shanwe moved these numbers.
You say, why Shane, we are adding zero in the matter. Yes, that's true.
Where did you get to know these numbers?
What do you mean? It's even no more.
It's like a gear for a kite.
As I went to, by the time when I went to Rakhadi, with my aunt, so since they were, the fact that my phone was lost, that's when I communicated with them and handed them over the new numbers.
So Chanda was there.
I last saw him on the 8th of January at the funeral.
So how did you know about it?
No more how telling Shatamoha. Yena Udibile. Yeah. He was residing with my aunt at the block W.
Okay, now, Chande testified here and he's saying that you're sending the money for him to travel to Sikundu. And that is why you're intending to start a car wash business. You call that anything?
Yes, I do.
What are you saying? What's your comment on
it? There's no truth in that testimony.
Remind me of the evidence. Was this issue of 1,000 rand not disputed?
But not we disputed that he sent him the money for transport costs.
No. Was the issue of 1,000 rand not disputed?
Yeah, there was a dispute about that money.
That prompted the forensic
business.
Yes. No, I just wanted to remind myself of the ingredients.
Yes. That's why I leave it for cross-examination.
Yes.
Now, what's your comment on that?
Charlie sent you money for you to travel to second.
For Charlie to travel to second?
Yes.
Taba ya gore wena Charlie o itse wena o boletse tšhelete ya go tsamaya o ya ka yona o secure. There is no truth in that piece of evidence. He further testified that when he arrived, he was supposed to meet you at Sibusiso. Aba a tswela pele a fana ka bopaki ya gore kana ha a fihla ko secunda he was supposed to meet accused number 2. Ube a tshwanetse gore ha a fihla ko a kopane le wena ko secunda. Ba tshwanetse ha a tsamaya a fihla ko secunda a be le kopana le wena. There's no truth in that because I was at the hospital during that time. And this is further evidence that you told him that he shouldn't be surprised. Africa Kalapele when we say Askava Amaka, you shouldn't be frightened by what he's going to see. Ibile Askava Atuswa, that's a Ilimori. Who told you go now? There's no such. Furthermore, testified that when he arrived at Secunda, he was picked up by accused number 1. That I told you. And that evidence suggests that you knew at that time when accused number 1 was the other hand. Se o di tlisha taba ya gore wena o tseba accused number 1 salam o tseba gore mogololelo number 1 wa I know nothing about that. Now it is so evidence that you and Charlie were getting along. He was not a family. Kula gore wena o itse wena le Charlie le phidisana hapo o tse check a ge le ile aba o mo wa isika la laba. That's correct. Now he's coming to court and tell the court that you gave him the money to go to sleep away from the accused number 1. She fahe muthu ele mo wena o tlhalositse ka maemo ao o tla mo go aka gone wena o tlile o mo rometse tšhelete ya go ka namela go security a go paralize a go paralize ba mo
ke makadisa ke yana gatla a thoma a bolela taba tsa tse ke sa ditlhaloganyang.
Yes, my lord, I was also surprised by him when he appeared almost to start talking about those such things which I don't know. Do you know of any particular reason why he would come and indicate this case? When I think about it, ukaba una lisesi go say lu wa se go tsiba gore ka so una se ba ke seo akana a tlamope ya goro a ntsentsha mathateng ana una lisesi go say lu ka bona o tsibona ke so rekela ba se As for myself, I know myself and him as people who were understanding each other.
So for
Getting along with each other.
Oh, it's a good piece, my lord.
So for aba fihle mo ile gore o tla le information e ile gore e so
So-
I kitse gore sebaka e ba ile eng.
For him to come up with such an information of that nature, I don't know what is the cause behind that.
Now, after sending me the money on the 14th,
Come around when I election did
did you have any communication with him?
come around. We live a little politician, with a little politician, Maran, how we in around 14 minutes.
I ke gopola re mo leng.
I can't recall when we had some conversation.
You didn't check.
Yes, received them. Because normally it's procedure normal. Sending a person will just check if you receive the money. They say to you that I have received the money.
Le ho checka hanyane fela gore ka ga ke mmetse tšhelete ke tlwaelego ya gore motho a mmetse o mo tšhelete ba wa founela go botsa gore e tšhelete ele e fitlhile na ka tsela e nngwe le nngwe a go ba le polisiano tsa go lebiša o tseba gore o e amogetse tšhelete eo ka bona
Fela ka nako go ne ke le zombie at some point.
my lord during that time I was a zombie at some point.
Because
At the time of the transaction.
Yes, during the time of that transaction, I was in that nature.
ne ke sa so lo tse ne ke di etsang most I ke di gopola.
Most of the things that which I was doing during that time, really, I can't even recall.
Thank you very much. So, but I asked you if you know of any particular reason that you will implicate in violating that you think.
ka tloga go na le se sengwe se e leng gore ya ka tsebo ya gago e tla ba e le sona sebaki se e leng gore wena gore a ka tla a tswale ka bopaki bja go tsentsha ditabeng ka mokotla o go na le se sengwe se dirang se se tla ba sa
Ge ke nagana
if I can think
morago gore ke tshwara
after my arrest,
family ya ke be e re nna ke ntse ke itse gore accused number 1 okay.
my family alleged that I had been in the knowledge of accused number 1's existence.
So ke ge ba re nna a ke fane ka nnete.
So then they alleged that I'm not telling the truth.
So ke nagana gore ka gore bopaki ba tshwanetse go tlile ka dinageng tsa June.
So I think that since Shandi's testimony came on the 9th of June,
And then the statement sa gae ka mokgwa se leng ka teng.
and also his statement, the way in which he has placed it,
A se make sense.
doesn't even make sense.
Dilo tse di bolediwang ke nagana ke information e leng gore ba itse re ka mogara trial and then by the statement se se one.
What was contained in there, I think, is the version which has been cooked during the trial, and then they put them together and make such kind of a statement.
Because lenyalo la ka nna ba ntse ba sa le amogela go gae.
After all, they didn't even approve the marriage which I was in at home.
Now you're referring to the
For the Mr. Taylor, Mr. Chavala, I just need to invite you on this aspect. There was this issue, and it was also said by accused number 1 that even the statement of Chatongi came into existence on the time. But there was evidence that it was initially the document got lost.
Indeed, that's correct.
That's evidence.
Indeed, this was retaken.
No, my lord, what happened is. Okay. What happened is, my lord, when we started the trial, we went through the documents disclosure with the state to make sure that we had everything. During that time, my learned colleague indicated that there was a certain statement. He doesn't recall who the witness was, and he cannot find a statement, and as a result, he was not going to call that witness. But then, a day before Chande testified, a new statement was obtained by Warrant Officer Meselai, and the following day Chande testified about it.
Yeah, but the evidence of Warrant Officer Meselai is that statement existed.
Yes, he said there was
So
a
it
statement.
was not like he was making the statement for the first time.
It was a retake.
Yes.
The witness himself, my lord, as well, Mr. Chanda, indicated that he
made a
did give a statement prior to giving the second.
Yes.
I confirm you, my lord, that this is what happened.
Yes.
Then, my lord, just for the record as well, with respect of what Mr. Gila said, I said if that witness cannot be found or the likelihood is that I cannot call that witness, but I apprised them about the extent of such a statement. And the converse is also true that if we should be found and the statement is retaken, then I was going to call the witness.
Yes. You are still saying the statement that the evidence doesn't make sense and you believe that it was put or hashed during the trial. Yes. Now, when you say they, who are you referring to? These people who cooked this thing against you? How for the I'm referring to Shane, we and my sister Annalyn. But why would your sister and child then cook this evidence against you? Yeah, let's say, tell me the line when I open now, you're not also I'm not living I can't say Charlie Tall, no,
I can tell you because
my lord, I would know the reason behind, because she would also come to Atletville to visit.
And then one of us said to Mama Hai.
My child is left under the care of my sister Annalyn.
So
So the last word which she told me was, so the last word was that from her was that I would rather rot in jail until she knows the truth. I don't understand. When my sister came to Atletville, she said to me, she does not understand what happened.
So, also make her sure.
Then she will make sure that the truth should prevail.
If it means
even if it means that I should stay in jail, she will ensure that I would rather stay in jail. Now there was a revision that was also put to China about Jackie. If you can repeat, a version that was put to China about a person named Jackie.
Japi was the deceased's friend. Yes. Yeah.
So Jafiki after Analyre.
Japi is the brother to Analyre.
So Lian Akabala Honale Sia or Evaluation.
So he also may have had a hand regarding Siabe's I expect to have a room regarding the statement that of which was recorded down as by Shandi.
Let's understand this. She was.
But when Analyre ke aswa
Mahaili Makabasha, Kibana.
Anna's mother and my mother are siblings, they are sisters. They share the same mom.
Okay, yes, we have siblings, sisters.
When I unali Lerato, ba ile mo ka ba ausi ba ile mo ke ba ile mo tse le bona ka me wa. I had a younger brother.
Then why should we leave a person who's spoken against you, the child in their care? Why should you leave a child in the care of a person who's spoken against you? Who wants you to rot in jail?
When I was here, young one of our matso amutu yo ile ngore ula utsetsana ula litso mo tabeng ya bonya ka wena o bolele ko tronko o sia bya ngwana wa go le motho wa maemo ka
My Lord, take it towards one.
my lord during the time of my arrest
If you let it go,
I initially arrived at my aunt's place.
so after Kiloko, trading the arrangement of one
As upon arrival at New York, then I tried to make arrangements that my child should be moved to my aunt.
social work at DCS.
I did involve the social workers from GCS. Unfortunately, Analyre is the one who was refusing that arrangement.
So even now,
Even now, she still refuses that access to move the child. And she alleges that I don't have a right to make those arrangements since I'm in jail.
This is despite the social workers' intervention.
The social worker ba ile ba tsenelela mo tabeng yona e wele ba tseo. Yes, they did even go and meet the social workers at NASCOP in Soshanguve.
And then the bar is for a Friday because Bagas still wanted to do the week. Friday,
so it was arranged that since it was during the week, they cannot make that movement arrangement, but on a Friday, then my aunt will come and fetch the child.
And then
That's when confusion started, when Miss Lerato was denying the release of that child for the child to live.
So the fact that she wanted to know the truth, is it the only reason that we think she will collude with Chandra?
Kama baka awore yena be anti are wena o hana le ntsaniti kile le bola se ba ke sa gore le na lore ke ka le baka leo a tla tlhakantsa tsaba ya gore ba ema be ka go
ke nagana ka gore Analyre le jang ne ba utlwana le mo.
Yes, I believe that I believe it's since Analyre and Japi were in good relation to they were in good terms with the deceased, better than accused number one. That should be the case.
I believe that. But There was a mission also that was put to Charlie regarding the LDP house.
Who have ile ya tse ya ishwa go ena shale mabapili RDP house o sa go
RDP.
yes RDP
King Queen of
mama that is the house which my mother
never had a problem in my life who's number one
had a problem that I was residing with accused number one in it. So according to their understanding, that house was a family house. So now that I'm in jail, they had access to use that very same house.
Now let's look at the incident of Chamber Police Station.
Anche di molta degna della Haloya o Tepa Police Station.
Is it recording because it was left unattended?
Which one?
I mean the recording device. Is it recording? Okay. Sorry, save us.
What?
Yes, Mr.
Yes. Can you tell us what happened on the 17th of April 2023?
Uga timisha zendi na feti hokali 17 April 2023. On the 17th, I was on duty.
Where?
Okay. Mdntv. Old Mutual Mdntv. It's situated at Secunda.
So you went to Mdntv.
So I returned back to work on during April.
Okay, wait. This, I want to understand this. The last time we checked the working hours, hold on, now you're talking about Mdntv. When did you start working at Mdntv and when did you last work at?
Se horole seding una le ngape ding o pakila kgomo o bereke kwa Mhlanga bjala ga go ba le tlo se kula o fele tineng go bereka a tlo ka ditaba ya kwa Mhlanga o fele tineng go bereka kwa Mhlanga wa ya ning thoma go bereka ka mo ba le se kula. During February, upon my return from Vista, I was not in good health.
And then customer.
So I do work hand in hand with customers and reaching targets.
So too much.
So I used to forget too much.
So
Then I reached a conclusion that I desperately need this job, but
I need
to recover first.
So
I thought of leaving a job until I reach a stage whereby I could properly work.
So
that's when I discussed with my manager to say,
mentally
I'm not stable to operate, to continue with my job. because it is a duty which works hand in hand with stress and targets.
So if it is so better, important.
So I then last worked during April.
And then as soon as give a shout.
I then did leave a letter to say as soon as I recover,
Then I will resume back on them.
I will resume back to my work.
So April.
That's when during April
event.
I relocated with the children to Evander.
Okay, so,
Evander situated at Secunda.
okay. Are we still in 2022 or now we're talking about April?
Something like we come out 2022, no, April. April 2022. I resigned from Old Mutual by the year 2022.
Okay, now 2022 April, you resigned.
Yeah.
When did you then relocate to Secunda?
We are like 2022 April. I resigned. Wiring will security.
So God created April, making Sikira inquire Malanga.
So during that month of April, I was busy making inquiry regarding the Mpumalanga site,
For the bullets of
pertaining to the schools of the children
and then lay Korona.
and also the place where we will get accommodation.
So Keheka it can be
That's when around May
Kehero to move to event.
we then moved to Evander.
So let's take back the space for school.
By then I have already acquired space for the children at school.
So back in the school Moharama.
So they began in that school during the middle of the year.
So from May to March
So from May until March
2023,
2023,
make salary.
I was unemployed.
So I was barely surviving
So-
until then.
You're saying from May, which year?
May 2022
to March
2023.
to March 2023. Mr. Favor?
Ka tšhelete ya go mmereko ya clean.
I was surviving with money from my work and from the money I had cleaned.
Now it's April 2023. Let's take it from there.
So ke
Yeah,
betse
I told me
go mmereko ka di-3 tsa April.
So I returned back to work on the 3rd of April.
So go Old Mutual, how can you go first month ke training?
So at Old Mutual, when you start working there, you start by attending to their training.
Online gona ka mo brancheng.
That will be conducted online from the branch.
So ka di-17 daily month.
So on the 17th, it was on Monday.
On the 17th of Monday, not Sunday.
17
Of what?
17th April.
daily Monday.
17th April, it was on Monday. So, 2020, yes, it was on Monday.
Okay, yeah, what happened on the 17th?
I the 17th.
Ke received a call.
I received a call.
So kana ko obligate busy ke loketse di phone ke la ke mo training.
During that time, I was busy. I had some earphones on me as I was busy.
Ke mo training.
Busy with online training.
So ke ge ke shifta earphone e one.
I then shifted one earphone and answer the phone.
So he can have a phone. Can on the other side of your phone.
As I was answering the phone on the other ear, that's when I heard from the side of the phone.
Moto are echo.
Joe.
Echo.
When someone say Joe, I need your assistance.
And then if you get that phone,
I then took a phone and looked, was reading, watching on the screen.
And then if you get the happen once a day.
Then I took it back to the ear. And the person said, "Do you hear me?" That's when I dropped the phone.
Then
And the person called again.
And then
As I responded, I can't recall what the person said upon me answering the phone. I then said, "What exactly is happening? Because we have buried you."
And then I cannot now.
And then that person said, "I don't have time." I dropped the phone again.
So
I was indeed frightened. I really couldn't understand as to what I was hearing. And then the person called again. And the person said, "They've arrested me. I am at Tema." I then asked again, "What's happening?" And then that person said, "Where I have been placed under arrest, they need 8,000. Fortunately, I don't have enough time. I will explain. I will explain after my release." Wait. And when he said, can I proceed? Yes. When he said 8,000 rand was needed, did he explain to you what was this money for? Kana ba ha re ba bona ba nyaka 8,000. Wela o tlhalosetsa gore se ba nyaka 8,000 ya go ya eng na?
Ka mkhona bile ka nna go lele go ke motho yo twa. O nya go bolela a fetse o. O mo pressing o a ke tla ba nna go lele ka pele go tsena di bolela nna go bolela a fetse.
No, my lord, he sounded to be a person who seems to be under pressure, who wanted to pick quickly or urgently so that he could finish quickly.
On which number did you call?
O fonetse phone number e feng ya mogala o phone ya.
Number and
the same router number which I was using.
Yes, now he told you that you needed 8,000 rand urgently.
Chief, I'm with our 8,000 rand. I then said, I'll get back to you. I dropped the phone. I requested my manager to allow me to go to the bathroom. I was like mixed up in such a way that I couldn't even understand as to whether the person to whom I was hearing is really the one I should be hearing.
Oh, before I drop off, but patient they don't get to 10, I do one.
before I dropped the phone, I asked the person questions to whom I know that person should be the only one who knows about the same.
So can I even hold either one
That is what it really caused me more confusion as to how possible this can be. Because we have buried this person.
And then make it roots. Make it roots.
I want to understand what they used to say.
Was it more?
Oh, okay, 6 minutes. And I had warned him.
So how can I
So how possible is it that a person could die and then resurrected again?
I know the resurrection story from the Bible.
Because let's have the Christian, my Lord.
Yes, Mr.
Okay, let's proceed. And then after that, you drop the phone. What did you do after dropping the phone?
The camera, I want to say, if I want to talk about how I can know here, right? After dropping the phone, that's when I requested permission from the relative to go to the bathroom.
So
When I reached the bathroom, that's when I contacted Mahlangu, Miss Mahlangu.
Okay, yes, you connected to your mother-in-law.
Oh, they say, well, Tarakamhala, Ratale, Wahahu. That's what I also I didn't inform her that I have received a call.
And then sound
I said to her, her son on the other side sounds like, the voice sounds like accused number one.
So and
that person said he has been arrested.
And then reported to police station.
And he is detained at Temba police station.
So Bakuka 8,000 for government.
And so they are in need of 8,000 for them to release him.
Even
Then my mother-in-law, Ms. Mahlangu, said, how do you know of such? Because you should know that accused number one is dead and we have buried him.
So police station.
Then I requested them to go to Temba police station. Since I was at work during that time, then I will on Friday, I call my knock off. I will then travel to come and see as to what's happening there. Then she said she will contact telephonically Lizzie. And she will then get back to me.
Now she said she'll get back to you. Did she get back to you?
No, I'm the one who contacted her again. Because I was in a stage of not understanding. It was really not making sense. And so as I called, she said that she is along with Liz.
So ke ge ke bolela please.
And that's when I then did speak to Lizzie.
E be Lizzie a re o re go etsahalang.
Then Lizzie asked me as to what's happening.
Ke ge ke mo tlhalosetsa ka mo ke tlhalosetsang Mahlangu.
That's when I narrated to her the way I did to Miss Mahlangu.
E be a re o nyaka di-number tsa ko police station.
Then Lizzie said that she's asking for the contact numbers of Chamber Police Station.
Le gore ke boletse le nna.
And also wanted to know from me as to who did I speak to.
Police are very accusation.
That would be the police officer who was with accused number 1.
So it
Okay, and then you provide her with those numbers.
it's a
When I moved the nomoro tsona tseo tse di bolokile.
it's a sa ke bolela le nna e be a drop phone.
As I was still talking to Lizzie, that's when she dropped the phone.
So e be ke founela motho wa ka.
So then I contacted telephonically my pastor,
No go event.
the one at event,
Ke botsa go e ke receive.
and telling him about the call I have received.
Ne it's a ke tla ke chase ka feta. O ke ke ska management service.
Then the pastor said, on my knock off, I will have to come pass by the church since on Mondays there are some services conducted.
So e be ke founela bora kgati.
I then contacted the aunts,
Ke ba botsa ka kgolo e ke kry-ileng.
also notifying them of the call I have received.
So it's a Lizzie have what content.
So when Lizzie came back from Temba,
Phone needs.
she contacted me telephonically.
A re go nna a re wena le accused number 1 ke ntse re letsitse.
He said to me, you and accused number 1 knows what you have done.
And then go tla yang for accused number 1 after.
So how come did accused number 1 happen to contact you telephonically?
So what about the ladies please?
So this means that you had been in the know, you had been in the know.
So ke kopela go tlhola o founela mme wa ka.
So I request you not to further contact my mother.
Wena le accused number 1. Tlhola le phone.
You and accused number 1 need not contact us telephonically anymore.
Ya be le gona ke fetse go bolela le ba ga.
That is the day I last communication with the Mahlangus.
Now you spoke to your Mahlangus, you are in Secunda, in Uganda, and accused number 1 now is alive at 10. What happened after that day?
So to say that you are accused number 1 wa phela go 10. Ka mora go tsaya a tsakalang.
E be le tsatsi le le teng.
My Lord, it was a long day indeed.
Ne ke sa kgone le concentrate ka go.
I couldn't even concentrate with my work
Because ne ke try go gopola gore go etsagetseng ka diwali.
because I was trying to recall as to what happened on the first.
And then there was nothing in Mahlangu.
So there was nothing which could make me think properly.
So ga go e chase ke feta ke tsaya bana.
So upon my knocking off, that's when I had to go past
by collecting the children.
So I
So I was in a stage whereby I couldn't even know whether I should inform the children
or accuse number one or pin.
to say to them, accused number one is still alive.
And then if what pillar would kill a man.
Then should he be alive? Then who did we bury?
So live on never going to
But they also did notice that I was not in such a comfort when I arrived to them.
So I
reckon. So when I arrived, I then said to them, today I'm not going to cook, so they must keep to eat as to what we can prepare for me.
So Muslim present.
There's nothing tasteful in my mouth. Throughout the night, I was rolling over on my bed. Okay, now I hear it. But now you know, took the kids home. It's Monday, you came back from. Did you do anything after? Did you contact accused number one again? Ke mantaka kae mo fitlile kae tso tse tsa ke tso fitlile go ntlo kae wa itse go lo ba phela o ile wa mo founela ka bontsha ka mogala na mo contact one day. No, I didn't contact him. To contact any family member. Contact who? Any family member. How was your family side? Go na le o mongwe wa lelapa la Mahlangu ka morawana go la ewe le le wa mo founela ka morawana.
Ke bile tsela ka dimana.
I spoke to Rakhadi and Mahlo.
Rakhadi is a good apple.
And he said to me, let's wait to hear what the police will come and say. Now, after I took the decision to wait until the police say something, did the police ever contact you? Bien la caja le ba polisa ka bona ba ile ba feletsa ba tlele ba ntshisa ka ba ile ba feletsa ba tsebishe ka ba le nna le la ba tshwara ke ka mogala ke ka ba la ya bona la go le tsela le mo ba le botse se semena
ka la bona
on a Wednesday Mr. Molamuthi contacted me telephone and he said, Miss Mahlangu,
accused number one.
We have accused number one here. We will have a request for you to come, since you are his wife, to complete or to sign documents that which you should sign, since you are his wife. Then we will send a van to come and pick you up. So we humbly request you to send us location.
So it's a no problem.
Just after he has dropped the phone, I then contacted Auntie, informing her that I received a call from the police officer, and they have indicated that they will send a vehicle to come pick me up, since they need me at the police station.
So
then the aunt said, there's no way the police can send a vehicle to come pick you up. The person has passed away and now he has resurrected. That's when now they want to come and pick you up.
So
how sure are we to verify that indeed the person who say that it's a true or real police officer?
That's
when I handed over the contact
numbers of Mr. Mulambuli to the auntie.
So if you're kind of really that
Then auntie spoke to Mr. Mulambuli. Then that's when he explained to her that he requests that we should go to him at Red Hat.
So the
So Thursday, then Mr. Mulambuli agreed that on Thursday, 8 o'clock, we should be there at Red Hat by him.
So and we think it's that the if you can move to
When I contacted Mr. Mulambuli to confirm what Rahari has explained to me from him, I then said to him, I don't have minor children where I am now.
So
Should I have to request their leave of absence from their school? How many days should I request from the school, from their government? He said to me, on Monday they will be back to school. Since what he is to do won't take long.
It will not take. It will not take.
It won't take long.
Okay, but you eventually go to the track police station.
Mara, if I feel it, we go to the track police station. Yes, on Wednesday I traveled along with the children to Soshanguve. I left Kiatlehile by his or her grandparents. And then I proceeded with Sihle to Block W. On Thursday morning, that's when we proceeded to Red Hat. When we reached Red Hat, that's when I met Mr. Mulambuli. I was along with Auntie Connie, Aunt Mahlo, and Aunt Kathy, and along with my sister Annalene.
So
when we entered, we proceeded to entered into the office, which is situated in the corner.
So
When I arrived, it was like the place at the police station was full. There was plenty of people moving around there. Then that's when Aunt Kathy spoke and said, we are here to see Mr. Mulambuli. Indeed, Mr. Mulambuli availed himself. Then she said to him, Lerato, the one you phoned and request to meet, here is she, Lerato Mahlangu. That's when Mr. Molefe stood up and he said, you are an artist for murder, fraud, and defeating the what of justice.
The ends of justice.
Now I understand you understand. Now, there's Now, since you left the Mahlangu house in January 2022, January 2022, did you ever visit them? No, I have never visited them. And since you left your aunt's house and went to Omhlanga and subsequently went to Secunda, did you ever visit Soshanguve? Yes, during school holidays, when the schools were closed, I will take the children there. Now, it is common cause that the person who happened to be your ex-boyfriend and the person that to whom you were communicating or with whom you were communicating on the 1st of January 2022 was found dead at your house at Dog HH. I want to know about block HH. Ibe ile umlikari hapo muratani le bahago ile more ile afumana a tlhokofetse control of block HH. Yes, and it is so evidence that at that time you were having an affair with this person. This is that time. Wakati ko yona eo hape go santsane una le Lerato le le ona magareng a lena ba ka wena le yena go. Yes, that is true. Do you know how this deceased ended up at your house? Una le tsebo na ore go tlile jwa gore mohuyo a feletse a fumanwa ka ba a fitlhile ko tlong ya gago? I cannot say. No, I have no knowledge. In your own honor, what do you think could have led him to be at your house? We are carrying. King say iloro ukari. Kisona say ilo si lilo oriena ashale afmanga ali kuka arangi ya hapo. Kile yanga America kile. If I can think,
very concerning.
No, just leave it. It's putting upon the witness to speculate, and it's very dangerous.
Indeed.
Yeah, just leave it out. Please.
No, let's leave it.
Why are you saying?
I can think my Lord. There's nothing coming into my mind. Okay, now, did you kill the deceased? No. Did you conspire with any person to kill the deceased? No. Do you know how the deceased died? Now for the who top of it is one. No, I don't know. Did you have any form of agreement with anyone to kill the deceased? o ile wa tsena ka hara tobellano le motho o mongwe yo e leng gore ka yena mo a feletse a bolailwe wena o bela le mo ra molai ka ba feletse at office no.
Did you associate yourself with the conduct of the person who killed the deceased?
Wena ge o tlhakantšhana le motho le diketso tsa motho yo e leng gore ke ena wa go bolaya mogo no.
Now, at the time you submitted the claims at Old Bushwa, did you know that the accused was still alive?
Jala ka nako wena ge o tsentsha di-claims tsa gago is all bushwa wena o be o na le I forget the shop at the accused number one. If you can repeat, I missed the
knowledge that the accused number one is still alive.
Yes, I understand. O be o na le tsebona ya gore mo number one wa pele.
Nikitse accused number 1 it's came out Nakira claim yet the claim.
According to my knowledge, I knew that accused number 1 was dead. Hence, I lodged a death claim.
At that time, did you have any intention to defraud Old motion?
Kana wena go my kedisetso a bofura go batho ba ba go bushwa. No.
Is there anything that you want to bring to the attention of the court that I might have not raised with you?
Kuna lesi wena se le mo wena o le go raise tsebe go bongwe yena mo email a sia kisha o ke shoka batara go wena o follow se tlhalosa se le wena o fela o re go re ka ba se se le ra se o se bolela. What I can say is, what really happened
from the 1 January.
From the 1st of January, changed my life altogether.
Because people did from
because I tend to be a widow.
Going through severe depression.
I went through severe depression.
And then
I brought up the children as a single parent. It was not easy, my Lord.
And then
so as soon as I start to discover myself properly, and that's when it comes to my knowledge that I'm now being under arrest for killing the deceased, and also that accused number 1 is now alive.
So again,
so those are the things that which convince me that indeed those medication tablets which I'm consuming really are reasonable under circumstance.
Yeah, but do you have anything that you want to put that is related to the charges that you are facing?
All these charges brought against me
I really don't know them.
Anything else?
Sesime?
Is that all?
To fill it out. Yes, that's all.
Are you any questions? A lot.
Not a lot.
How many? Because I'm count. How many are you? Yeah, because we must remember we need to do the lunch at then we have to move to the proposed. Is it not so?
Indeed.
Yes. You're okay.
14.
14 o'clock.
Next week you are not available.
Okay, pardon?
Next week you are not available.
No, definitely.
14 to 18.
14 to 18.
But can I also indicate that on the 15th of October, I'll be carrying one of the courts here with community. 15. So I will, I'm asking for indulgence so that I can attend to the appeal and then I'll
Yes.
I'm also pressing myself a lot because I'm desirous of seeing the matter get into finality.
Yes.
The case to prepare doesn't have a lot of time.
Yes.
I've got other commitments, but I will still attend this.
We are also intending to call Dr. Lerato. Take it to already.
Are you calling him as an expert witness or what?
Not just as a witness. I also requested for it to service and to access that. But the issue that we had was with the dates on this day because we don't want to call her to court. She spent the whole day here and we proceed or we proceed something else.
Yeah, but on the first day we don't have to call him because there still have to be cross-examination of counsel for number one and state. And then I don't anticipate that the cross-examination will only last a day.